All right, everybody, I'm Dylan. I'm with Millennium Tangerine. I'm outside of Tom's Daiquiri Bar in Denton, Texas. We're gonna check out ForEach Loop playing tonight, and we're gonna interview them afterwards and get to know them a little better, so come on in and join me. That's the best one we're gonna get, all right. It's an official Millennium Tangerine, one of like 6 right now, so. What's something about the Denton music scene that people outside the city just wouldn't understand?
There's not a lot of venues out here. Every time like a cool venue opens up, it dies because rent here is like so expensive and it's hard to keep that going or whatever. And it takes places like Tom and this guy right here, David, who's fronting his own time and money to make a cool thing like this happen.
Yeah.
And that's just how it has to happen here, you know? And that goes also with like other venues around, like Lucky Lou's on Fry Street, similar deal. Denton has like Harvest House, Rubber Gloves, and Dan's. And that's pretty much like the 3 venues in town that are, you know, bigger, have like dedicated systems and all this kind of stuff. It's not like DIY.
Yeah. So you're very like limited to. Like,
yeah. You're really limited to like a small amount of places that like are very like.
Maybe this mic.
Tumultuous last or not, you know.
We play the house.
I'm gonna say something positive real quick.
We play the house shows with the kids that are getting the shows together.
The Denton music scene, though, there's more talented people in the Denton music scene. Yeah, a lot of amazing artists in Denton.
What makes a venue stand out to you guys?
Stage monitors.
Sound guy is really cool. Usually.
Definitely staff and patrons.
Drink tickets.
I would rather make money than drink tickets.
Money's fair, yeah. Getting paid is nice, right?
It's not realistic.
A green room, just a green room, so we can change.
Green room's nice.
I think y'all covered it all. I mean, what's left? The floor?
Air conditioning.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
How do you manage being an artist, a parent, and a professional? How do you juggle all of that?
That's a good question. There's not a good answer.
We neglect our children. You say it. You talk. Say what you say.
Say what you say. I'm gonna say something. Yeah. Let's see what I can conjure. My kids personally are very musically gifted, and I'm a doting father. I feel like they have a lot of talent, and I want them to see that they don't have to be in a huge thing to use their talent. They don't have to be in a big thing to enjoy the gift that they were given.
Yeah.
And that there's a reason to use it, to feed yourself, feed your own energy, relax, be artistic, all the good stuff, that you get out of music. They can enjoy that as well. And then if something good happens for them above that, I'm all for it, and I'm there to support it. So it's more like to be an example and also, show them that I can find something that brings me joy and like helps me feel full. Yeah, with my life too.
I see, that's a sincere answer right there. You don't have kids, bro.
Whenever my kid, who's my cat, knows I'm leaving, she shits on the floor. And today the Roomba caught it and drug it across the floor.
No.
Yeah. You didn't know that. Rob, what about your kids?
That's pretty rough.
Well, as someone, I've got a kid on the way, but I've also got a teenager too. You work all day. My kid's like, hey, can you take me to this party after work? I'm like, okay, I got a show to play tonight, but you find a way. You just figure it out.
Nice.
It's a strain everywhere, somewhere, but, you figure it out and, you do what you got to do.
Does AI have a place in the creative process? Can it be a reasonable tool without replacing us?
I think the only thing AI is good for is restoring Beatle footage, so we can have more Beatles films.
Yeah.
And I think Peter Jackson's the only man that can helm that.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
ForEach Loop says no to AI. That's what we say, except for when we use it for certain things.
Like what? Yeah, then we say yes.
Usually personal affirmations in the morning.
Oh, okay, I don't do that.
Yeah.
At what point did y'all decide ForEach Loop instead of while loop? Was that like a philosophical choice or just like chaotic choice over while loop?
Say that one more time.
So why did you name the band ForEach Loop and not while loop?
Oh.
Or do while. Little programmer joke.
Why did we? I think the ForEach Loop is a more versatile loop.
Yeah.
It's the one I rely on the most. ForEach Loop in 2026. Not the band, but the programming language. The programming code. I'm rambling.
Nerd alert.
Nerd. Yeah, we named our band because I'm a nerd.
Chris, this one's for you.
Yes.
And hopefully I didn't screw up my research. So I did some digging and I found out that you had like published a paper or co-authored a paper on correctly compiling proofs. Did you write this? Did you co-author this? If not, it's going to be very awkward.
I didn't.
Oh, you did? You did not?
I did not, but I have written papers.
Ah,
About 100 of them.
I thought I tried.
I thought it was like bad tax information or something.
Ah, man. That's awkward.
I did go to University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana as well.
Okay, we're going to toss that one. Your newest album focuses on the darker histories of Texas, of the Texas cities, and what was the goal of having an album like that? Was it more about exposing these stories or making people sit with something kind of uncomfortable about the places that they think they know?
That's a good question. I think mostly to point out hypocrisy. So, like, it's mostly all of the songs have like a sarcastic undertone to them. And so I think the idea is just to like criticize what's happening, but also kind of make light of what's happening at the same time, if that makes sense. So
All you can do is laugh instead of cry.
or both. Or cry and shit yourself.
I'm laughing. You're just laughing?
Yeah, I think also when you have a town that's just named White Settlement, a lot of people just kind of passively go by it in their daily lives and don't really like pay any attention or think about like why it even is called that, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's just like blatant ignorance. I think it is just like something that is like no really real reason to pay attention to it. You know, it's not like taught to you that way or made out to be like a good or bad thing. It's just a neutral thing, but it is like pretty blatantly obvious, you know, like that it's not a very cool thing, you know.
It's up, man.
It's up, man.
No, it's I love all the songs. I listened to the whole album, kind of streamed it. Yeah, I love the detail that you went into. I learned so much about Texas history. I was like Googling all these things, trying to like I didn't know about the New London school explosion like at all. They that's a covered up for sure.
Yeah, people hardly get to that.
Yeah, like all these horrible things that just get glossed over. But I'm glad you guys kind of brought it to light. Scott, you're a big vinyl record collector, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What is your most prized vinyl record?
Oh man, that is tough. My John Frusciante collection, probably.
Okay.
He's like a huge inspiration for the guitar for me, and his solo stuff is just so far removed from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like a lot of people don't know about it. So that is definitely probably some of the stuff I'm most proud to own. I've got a lot of original pressings.
Okay.
Shadows Collide with People.
And you got all the Beatles original press.
Yeah, I got a bunch of original Beatles. Beatles Naked, Let It Be Naked. I'm really proud of having that one. A Japanese pressing. Sounds amazing. And my Velvet Underground collection. I'm a huge Velvet Underground fan, so those are probably the two. If there was a fire, I'd probably run out with those. Yeah. And my Screeching Weasel.
Before his kids, for sure.
I'd make the kids grab stuff on the way out. So.
What's something that went wrong tonight but nobody noticed?
Oh, good.
Shoot. For me, my hi-hat cymbal kept going loose on me, so I had to keep tightening it. But it wasn't horrible. It could have been way worse. And the crash cymbal was scooting closer to me as the set went on, so I was like almost about to headbang it. So.
Right on.
Nothing too bad for me.
I broke a string again. I also played bad. Joey also played bad. Did not break a string.
I didn't break a string, but at the last song, I noticed some couple sitting where we're sitting now, and they were like getting to a physical fight, and the dude like grabbed this girl's purse and like ran off with it, and she chased him, was like hitting him, and like
That's my purse.
every time he tried to touch her, she'd like push him away.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
And so I stepped off stage during our last song, and I didn't realize my like guitar cable like hit a volume thing, so I wasn't playing. I was just standing here being like, "The going on over there?" And I went up to her after the show, and I was like, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I was like, "Whatever, all right."
I shit my pants and nobody has noticed.
You ever pooped your pants?
One time, that's all.
Just kidding. I don't know. I came in a little early on one part, but I hope no one noticed. How about you, Rob?
I definitely hit a few wrong notes, but that's okay. You know, we get through it. It's a daily occurrence. So.
Live music.
It is. It is. Just in the moment. You're feeling it. You think you're playing the right note, but you know, it happens.
Awesome. Do you guys have anything to promote? Any kind of new stuff you're working on? You want to talk about before we wrap up?
We have a third album that we're working on right now, but Chris can say more about it.
It's about life, death, and everything in between. I'm just kidding. And after. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
This
you
is
guys.
really
Thank
important
you.
to be doing around here, especially. So
For real, though. We're assholes, but thank you guys. This is important.
everyone, kiss the mic goodbye.
Thank you.
Millennium Tangerine is doing more for the Denton music scene than all of you assholes sitting on your hands, watching Fox News, eating ramen noodles like f***ing losers.
Delicious but unhealthy.
I'm just kidding. Listen, it's fine.
He had 17 beers before this show. No, I appreciate you taking the time to interview us because now we feel really famous, you know. So that
thank you
really
guys
feeds
so
the
much.
ego, which are huge already. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's all about the ego, baby.
Ego.
Yeah.